Nepal, which is considered one of the least developed countries in the world, also lags far behind in social, economic, and educational perspectives. According to the Population Census 2002, Nepal's population is about 23,200,000, 54% of which is children below 18 years of age. Majority of the total child laborers in Nepal are engaged in informal sectors, and even to calculate their number is not easy. There are 2.6 million child laborers in Nepal. They are working in 80 labor-related areas, and most of them come from Dalit, the low-caste community, and indigenous groups. Children are not able to attend schools. About 46% of Nepalese people are illiterate, and this has also directly affected in the children's education. Still, 15% of the children have not been able to go to schools. 75% of the children drop out of school without completing primary education. 19 out of the 80 sectors of labor in which children work are considered the worst sectors of child labor. These worst sectors include waste collection, stone quarries, and factory labor. 55,655 child laborers are working as domestic servants. 4,227 child laborers are working in industry. 3,965 are street children. 46,029 are child porters. And more than 10,000 child laborers are working in mines and stone quarries. Each year, 12,000 children fall victim to trafficking and illegal supply, and 17,152 children are bonded in labor. Studies by NGOs show that the numbers are even higher. 2.6 million children are working in different forms of child labor in Nepal. This is a huge number of the children in the 26 million total population of Nepal. We can clearly see that it is a national crisis that such a huge percentage of the children are forced into labor. To truly reduce child labor, we need to look at the sources. If one analyzes the overall socioeconomic, socio-political, geographical, and cultural realities, the root causes that provoke children to enter into hazardous forms of labor, we see the true depth and enormity of the problem. 38% of the Nepalese population are living a hard life under extreme poverty. Around 50% of the country's populations are ethnic, indigenous, and living without any modern conveniences. 85% of the population resides in the high hills and mountains, and they do not even have electricity, phones for communications, televisions, or any other means of development. They are living a primitive lifestyle depending fully upon the nature. Normally, in these remote areas, one person has to walk up to 7 days to reach district headquarters or a nearby market. The situation of women is also at the root of the child labor problem. In Nepal, just 15% of pregnant women visit to doctors or give birth to their children with the care of medical staff, while the remaining 85% of pregnant women give birth to their children in a traditional way, without any ANC visit and without the attendance of any medical staff. It is these harsh conditions of the majority of the population that drive parents to choose hard labor over education for their children. It is impossible to compare them with the Western society or even developed urban populations in Nepal. They're among the most marginalized and discriminated populations in society. It is not possible to accurately count the number of people or families sending their beloved children, or the families that children themselves left, but it is estimated that they may number not in the thousands, but in millions. Everyone can see the child working in the restaurants, or as a transport worker in the tempos or microbuses, walking as a porter, laboring in grill factories, picking up the plastics from the waste field sites, begging in the streets, working the brick factories, mining the stones around the riverside quarries, or saluting masters as domestic child workers. The issue of working children is not just a social issue, it's a development issue, it's a political issue, and it's a humanitarian issue. It's a humanitarian crisis for the entire globe. Every child born in the universe should have had an opportunity to enjoy basic means for their development. Birth is not a mistake or a choice of a child. It is natural and out of his or her control. So, this issue needs the attention of the local, national, and regional political and development leaders. They need to hear, understand, and act for action to eradicate poverty, rehabilitate the working children with ample opportunity for education.